Just want to start with an opening statement, Coach.
We're excited to be in Champaign, obviously playing in the regional. State Farm Center, we think it's a great venue for volleyball, and we're excited that we'll get a host, and excited the teams that are here. It's the Big Ten is represented obviously with 3 of the teams, and it just shows the strength of the conference. I think Florida State looks good, and all the Big Ten teams look good. It's going to be an interesting little region.
Yeah, talk a little bit about the strength of the Big Ten. I mean, obviously it's been a great conference for a long time, but setting a conference record this year with 7 in the Sweet 16.
I don't know what to say. I mean, yeah, it's tough, and we know that every match you show up, you have to play your best. I don't know. I mean, you kind of summarize everything I would possibly say. It's a great. I'm surprised that. It wouldn't surprise me if we had 8 teams in, if all 8 made it. It wouldn't surprise me if we had 9 teams, if all 9 made it to the Sweet 16. I just think the strength of the conference is that strong.
Obviously, a big story all year has been the strength of schedule, but especially that strength of conference schedule, having played all 3 teams earlier this year that are here. Obviously, they've played you too, so it's not necessarily an advantage, but talk about how a little different preparation maybe that you would have than a normal NCAA round.
Well, I think the only one thing we have is we have more information on, especially Purdue and Wisconsin, because we have all their matches. Florida State's a little different. We played them at the beginning of the year, and we don't know anything about them. Right now we're only focused on Purdue. We have 4 matches or something like that. They have 24 matches on us, so we know each other very well. So that means it just comes down to execution. It comes down to how our players perform and how their players perform and how will they execute the game.
So the players kind of talk about, there's definitely been a bit of like a rivalry between us and Purdue of late. Kind of talk about both their fan sections and in general what you've seen and how excited you are for this weekend.
I mean, yeah, we've gone back and forth a lot of times with them, and then, yes, they both have battling student sections, but they're just a great team. They're a defensive team, similar to us, and well coached, so it's always a battle.
And Jocelyn, this will be your first time in the tournament. Obviously, you got the chance last week. You were with the team. This is your first time playing. What's it been like so far the last week or so, and do you feel any different than you did a week ago, having had a few matches under your belt?
I don't really feel any different. I didn't really think about it being any different than any other match or play, honestly. So I mean, I don't feel different.
Jennifer, this is your second NCAA tournament Is there any way you're approaching this differently based off of something you learned or picked up on your run to the national championship 2 years ago?
I mean, the first time I played in the tournament, I was told when I was, back then I was a freshman, I was told it was going to be tough, and every team in the tournament is good, and every single night you have to come ready. So that's definitely something the mentality I've had ever since, we've been in the tournament and the start of this one. And it's something I made sure to pass along to our team. I mean, it's exciting. Everyone you play is going to be good, and you never know what's going to happen because anything can happen any given night, which is what makes it exciting.
Talk a little bit about State Farm Center. It's at home, but we're not at Huff. You're somewhere else, but you did have one match there earlier this year. So talk about what the experience is like for you guys, and same with what the fans can expect, how different it would be than Huff.
I mean, of course, State Farm is a lot bigger than Huff, and playing in Huff, it's a lot more intimate, and the fans are a lot closer to us, which makes it really unique. It's going to be different, obviously, but we're excited. I mean, it's going to be nice to see people come out and see all the support we get, so that'll be cool.
Okay, do you have anything to add about playing here specifically?
One of the concerns I had is, when you go to a regional, you want it to feel a little bit special, I think, because it is the tournament, and it's a good accomplishment to make it to the Sweet 16, and to play in the regional semifinal and hopefully a regional final. And at first I was disappointed we weren't playing in Huff, but I think being actually in the State Farm Center, and the sport court's down, it feels like a regional site as opposed to a home match, which is good. We get to be comfortable and take care of our finals and take care of school, which is nice. sleep in our own beds, but we also get to have kind of a different feel here, which I think it's cool for the girls because it should be special.
And Liz, you as well, you were part of the team that went on the run. Can I talk about the last week or so, how it's been different this year, kind of what sets this team apart from the last time you guys made a run?
This is just totally different. I mean, plus I was a freshman, so I don't remember a whole lot. To be honest, I was just kind of going on the ride. But I mean, it's different being home this week. It's a lot nicer to take care of school. But I'm excited to see the turnout.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks.